Hello there, I am Angel. I'm a UWC student in UWC Masters and I have already spent 4 months there. These 4 months have been very fun but also very challenging, and over these months I have definitely learned so many things. But in this video I have grouped the kind of most important things so that you can kind of learn from me. I still think you will learn them from yourself, but you will already know what to expect. The first thing is that UWC is not that different from a normal school. In UWC, yes, you have a lot of cultural diversity, you discuss everything with a cultural diversity point of view, but at the end of the day, you wake up every day, you go to school, you do your homework, you pass your test, you have your friends, you have the people that you don't enjoy spending time with, and that's it. It's not that different from a normal high school. And obviously you can make your own experience in UWC, and I really encourage you to make the most out of those opportunities that UWC has to offer. Take advantage of that cultural diversity that really you cannot find any other where in the world, but just take into account that at the end of the day you're not going to be living in a perfect world, you're not going to be in paradise. There's an article exactly about this I wrote in the first week. It's going to be linked down below so you can check that out if you want to read more and see what I thought just in those first 2 weeks. The second thing that I learned in UWC is that you are very close-minded. In these last months, my beliefs and thoughts have been extremely challenged in UWC, and probably you will be too. This is because you have a very biased point of view on everything just based around your culture and the home country you come from, and you cannot do nothing about it. It's just how it is. But in UWC, all these beliefs, all these previous thoughts that you had, they're going to be challenged. You are going to notice that, there's so much more out there. You're so close-minded. Every kind of TV news, history event, everything, there's going to be a different point of view depending on the country you come from. And being in such a diverse place where there's people from literally every continent, you're going to notice how you're just a tiny point in the earth and you don't know nothing about other people's culture, and this is not bad at all. This is really amazing. The third thing I learned in UWC is that you will never be the smartest in the room. A while ago I read a book that said that you can never be the smartest person in the room, and once you are, you have to change the room. Well, back in my previous school in my hometown, I kind of felt that in so many times I was the smartest person in the room, and I think you can relate to that if you're watching this video. And it's so amazing when you go into UWC, this changes completely. In the day that I moved there, I went from being always up there to just being surrounded by all these incredible people. If someone is not an entrepreneur and has already like 5-6 figures enterprise, there's going to be someone that is incredible at maths, this incredible musician, and this is obviously something good. You have to take advantage of that. In these last months, I have learned so many things out of just listening to these people and like observing them. Because when you go there, you think that, oh yes, you're the top, but you're really not. And thanks to this, I have learned so much in these last few months. The fourth thing I learned is that you have to be comfortable with yourself. This point is very important and it connects to the next one. It's kind of sad, but at the end of the day, you're always alone. You will realize that when you just leave your hometown and you go alone to somewhere that you don't know and you don't know nobody there. You will be feeling alone in the first weeks, is inevitable. And yes, obviously you have your family and your friends back home, but it's not the same calling them than them being there. Yeah, in the first weeks I was kind of alone, I had no friends. But the best thing is that in those first weeks where I felt I had no one around me is the weeks that I learned and grew the most. Right now, I feel so much more comfortable being alone than what I used to do being here. When I was in my hometown before going to UWC, I always had to be surrounded by someone, and the idea of going on a walk alone felt crazy to me. It's like, why would you do that? Well, I have found in these last weeks in UWC before the winter break, just being like, you know what, I want to take a walk alone, I just want to spend some time with me. And I feel I'm more prepared right now than I was before to the world outside the education system. And the last thing I learned is that you need friends. This point is very self-explanatory, but just let me tell you my point of view and my experience. As I told you right now, the first weeks I was alone, and those things that you feel you need to tell somebody, it's super nice to have somebody there. It's super important to have someone that supports you and that they feel supported by you. Obviously it's about time. You cannot make a good friend like that in one day. It took weeks. But after that, I felt much better. I had someone that I could rely on, and it obviously also feels nice when that person comes and tells you something that he's going through. And once you have those friends, you're going to be much more prepared to live your life, to do your studies, and to go to work. You really need those friends. So yeah, that's the end of the video. If you want to kind of follow me along my experience or kind of see what I did in these 4 months, I have some videos in my YouTube channel and I will be uploading more videos. Feel free to subscribe if you want to. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. But I just hope that you kind of learned something, and if you can relate to, let me know in the comments if you have been already in UWC. Have a nice day.